welcome to Friday nights. I'm Jason Sandberg. Fellas,
Yes.
I did not make it to my LCS this week.
Oh, no.
I can't blame the cold weather. It was just work was crazy and all that. But I am continuing to greatly enjoy the Spirit Archives, the collected edition of the Will Islands of Spirit. I'm on volume 20, so there's not too many left to go. But if you are burned out with decompressed storytelling, check out The Spirit, because Will Eisner could do in 8 pages what Brian Michael Bendis can't do in 6 issues. So go check that out. And then the other news is that the sign up for Jupiter issue 2. Thank you, everybody who's been helping spread the word. We cracked 100. We're at 101.
Oh, wow.
So we are on our way.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. So that's kind of that's a good way to top the week. Good way to top the week, and we'll just keep on plugging away till the book is finished. I am continuing to work on the book, and it will be launching this year. The other thing is, Craig, can I break some news on the show tonight?
Sure. Yeah. So I just pulled up your Indiegogo, but sure. Do you need me to pull this down, or can you?
No, you can scroll up. Let's see the count there.
Oh, wow.
All right, so 100 plus you, Craig, that makes 101. So I'm on my way to the next milestone of 110. Craig,
Yes.
Seth, I got some news to share for you.
Okay.
Jupiter issue 2 will not be 56 pages. It's going to be 60 pages, 60 full color pages. I made the decision this week in light of some edits I need to make to the story, and I'm like, man, I for the sake of the story, I got to add these extra 4 pages to this book. It's going to be 60 darn pages. So looking forward to sharing some samples with you guys in the future. Thank you to everybody that's helped spread the word and signal boost. I greatly appreciate getting to 100. I'm just going to keep on plugging away until we're ready to launch.
Yeah, some stories just need the room to breathe.
Yeah. Craig, how was your week?
Good. Other than I've got so much stuff pulled up here, trying to figure out what I got to do here.
Craig, for those at home, help us out. How many screens do you have there in your man cave there? How many?
Just one. Only one screen.
Is it a laptop?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Craig, you should have at least 3 monitors, man. Come on.
I'm I'm slowly building the empire, right? It takes time.
You can expense that since you're a publisher. You can expense an extra monitor.
And like I said, in due time, I'm only on year 6 of actual Soltac. Like I started in 2020, so it takes a while to build up the all that stuff. Like how much would you say you were invested in comics going 6 years in, Jason?
My thing is really complicated because of I did it in the 90s, and so. But yeah, I'm just plugging away.
So first and foremost, I dug out some of the Jupiter stuff. Look at that. This is
nice.
Jason sent this out. So we were talking. You said something to the effect of when it comes to the stretch goal for Soltac 5. You said you were going to make like a postcard and then send me the PDF or something, and then that way you'll have that sign up postcard, and then I can give that to everyone. And then I was flipping through these things, Jason. Do you remember?
Oh
these?
No, you're gonna embarrass me.
Do you remember? No, I'm not embarrassing at all. These things are awesome. Have you read these, Seth? By the way, from the 90s?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so these are the original Jupiter from the 90s, and then. Yeah, I'm so sad when I get to issue number 8. I don't have issue 9, Jason. I don't have.
You don't have issue 9? Okay. Well, I'll have to get a care package going.
And it's $50 on eBay. So I figured.
Oh yeah, don't pay that. I'll give it. I'll comp you.
When your campaign goes live, just I'll grab an extra tier or something that you get. Obviously, here's Jupiter 1 itself. Obviously, fantastic book, right? Signed by the man himself. Where is that? Right there.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
So yeah, I'm excited for Jupiter 2. I can't wait. It's getting closer. We're getting closer and closer. We're in the right year now. So
it's the 250th anniversary of this great United States and the publication of Jupiter issue 2. Yeah. I don't know which is more important, but
but
they're both up there. I
do have a quick Soltac update for anyone who's watching and interested. So again, reference the giveaway. So it's not necessarily going to be this anymore. I should take that out now. That's the double page from issue 6. That's when Misha Atsu and Dexter actually encounter each other and have their second fight with each other. And I'm really hoping this campaign's the campaign where I get to that fight, because I've been building up to this moment. I'm very excited to be inching closer and closer to it. Again, here's the reprint for issue 1 and issue 2. I'm going to go through, for example, I wrote adrenaline wrong. Who was it that picked that up? I forget. I think it was
probably Aldous.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and fix that. I already fixed another bubble. I'm gonna boost every issue to 32 pages when I reprint these things, but the price tag's $6 on each.
Hey, are you gonna have some room for some house ads in there?
Yeah. So when I say 32 pages, it's not necessarily 32 pages of story. It's just printed 32. So yes, I absolutely will have room in each and every one of these for some ads. Yes, nice. I'll be looking to friends to help me boost those pages, or I could put blank pages. I know some people put I'm joking. I would never leave blank pages. So here's issue 5 that I'm working on now. Is issue 5, and that's what the update will be. I'm very excited to show you. Issue 6 that you see there, it doesn't really exist. The cover and the double page exists, but I'm trying to will issue 6 into existence. And that will be my 10K stretch goal. If I'm able to raise $10,000, everyone who's backed physical will get issue 6 for free. And that would put my page count at 64 pages, Jason.
Nice.
And then here's what Jason created. As I showed everyone, Jason made this for me. Thank you so much. And that's on the back of the postcard. Very cool graphic.
Seth, imagine you don't know anything about Soltac. You're flipping through some comic or whatever, and you see this as a house ad. Could you possibly, is it possible for a human being to see that house ad and not want to go check those books out?
I know if I saw that house ad, my wallet would get a little thinner.
Nice. Thank you. And then lastly, here's your actual update. There you go. You're looking at 20 colored pages for issue 5 now, Jason. Wow. So that's how far along me and Gonzalo are. We're on the last 12 pages. Nice. And then I'm going to have to go through making my own sign up and launching my next campaign for issue 5. So there you go. There's my update for Soltac, and that's where I'm at this week. Cool.
Seth, how was your week?
It's been busy.
Yeah.
At my day job, I've been averaging 3 days of overtime a week. So, and it's all been early overtime.
But there's no taxes on that overtime, right?
True, but I have to get up at 2 a.m.
Ouch.
Like I did today. But I don't have any new reads on my shelf right now, so I've been rereading Monster MD.
Oh, let me pull that up. Nice. Yeah, I've got Monster MD. Yeah, by Vaughn. Yeah, I've got that same cover too. Nice. Yeah, that's a great story. Did he come up with the sequel to that? Does anyone know? Monster MD 2?
I know he put out some new editions, including one that's manga sized.
Okay.
I don't know if he's got a proper sequel yet.
Yeah, I know he did Terror in the Trenches and a couple other titles.
I'm still waiting for the second one of that. The cliffhangers got me stuck.
Nice. So I'll let. How many do we have watching so far? So we're already up to 30 watching.
Nice.
For Seth, Crossbone Crew Substack is currently pinned to the top of the chat, but I'm also going to put it in the comments as well in case anybody dips out. So
just a note, all you need is the free subscription. That's where all the updates are. The only reason the paid tier exists at all is I had a family member pledge money because they wanted to support me, and those pledges you can't collect them unless you turn on the paid subscriptions.
Right.
That's literally, I only have one paid subscriber, and that's why.
Okay. Yeah, I got to play with that because I thought the same thing when I was going in there. I went right to the paid subscription, but yeah, I'll work some magic and get in there for the free one. Would you like me to go through the comments here, Jason?
Yeah, let's see who's here tonight. Craig, theoretically, if my theory holds, we should have a lot of people watching tonight because it's too cold to go out.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't know if you're. What's the temperatures you have there? Like, is it because it's pretty cold?
It warmed up to -5 today, but it got as low as -21.
Well, let me see what it is right here, but I'm in Northern Ohio, so it definitely frees your butt off. All right, yeah, right now we're at a flat 0, and by 1 a.m. it'll be in the negatives.
So Vulcan, good to see you, sir.
Yes. And then Crenshaw's joining us. So
Crenshaw.
So I was joking, Crenshaw. You're already backed. Was it Perberg's? What you call it? Grand Prix 1 to 3. Per's going to be our guest next week. However, I get it. You got to back him on someone's show. Bancroft, I guess, gets it this time around, but that's okay. He's coming next week. What were you going to say, Jason?
So Crenshaw, I'm not telling you to refund and then back when he's on our show here, but I will say next week when you're watching, you're going to have regret that you couldn't back during the Friday nights. So you have to live with that.
SF Game is joining us as well. Says hail Friday nights. Hail to you as well. Again, you should see the books. SF Gaming, like he is an indie creator, Jason. When I
Really?
indie collector. When I say indie collector, like every week he's got a stack that almost blows away the stack that you show every Friday.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. I wish I could show you some of the books he shows me. Stuff that I never even knew existed a lot of times, you know.
So. Thank you for being an active reader, keeping the juices flowing.
We got Black Hat Cinephiles joining us. Where am I and how did I get here? I ask that question every Friday.
Isn't that a Talking Head song?
That's right. Yeah, it is. We got Tank Fertz joining us. It says, good evening to you all you magnificent bastards and bastards. Yes, hail to you as well, Tank Fert.
Good evening.
Yeah. And Michael's joining us as well.
Michael.
This is hail Knights, hail Seth, and hail the friggin' Friday night chat. Yes, I'm looking forward. I can't wait till Michael comes on. I can't wait till I have Cool It in my hands and we can actually have that a read.
I know when I'm reading, when I get cool and I'm reading, my wife's gonna be like, "What are you laughing at?" I'll be like, you wouldn't understand."
And then I got your again Jupiter 2 again 101 signups. Even if there's just one more out there, we can keep that train going. Yep. And then who else do we? Oh, Belmont jumped in here. Said, "Yo, Belmont. I think that's all you had time for in between changing diapers and the feed and the burping and all the wonderful." Is it still?
You should have just gotten a dog, Belmont. A lot less work.
Don't worry, you only got a couple more years.
And Craig, am I right that the dogs are more loyal than the kids?
Well, I don't know. I haven't hit the teenage years yet, right? Mine's only 8 years old yet, so I know it's coming though, right? Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to think. Yep. Don't tell me where to be. Yeah, you're not the boss of me. Oh yeah, I know it's all coming.
And then you're like, you were supposed to be the chosen one.
That's right. I'm hoping that's reference Soltac. I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Maybe
it was.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. And then again, Black Hat Cinephiles letting us know that he is here.
Yes. But how did he get here?
Yeah, that's a good question. I can't think of a good pun for water underground. It's downright balmy here in Boise, Idaho at 28.
How could it be 28? It should be negative 28. He's out in the plain country. There's nothing to stop the wind. I don't know, Crenshaw. I don't know. That doesn't check. That's sus.
And last two we got here is Michael says he's forcing Seth with the Forsetto do a Crossbones Cool It crossover. My Zoe also has a Skull and Crossbones shirt.
We'll see. Let's get the first book successful.
Nice. And lastly, Crenshaw says, I'm already ashamed. I told my wife I'd be sleeping.
Gentlemen, that's what happens when you don't back a comic book when you're watching the Friday nights. You got all kinds of explaining to do, the missus. Stay square with your wife. Make sure that you only back crowdfunded comics when they're on the Friday nights.
No, it's all jokes, though. I mean, just thank you for backing any indie books. Even if you don't back
Craig,
my book.
To Craig, it's a joke.
No.
All right. So, what is the first of the three most important news stories that perhaps flew under the radar this week, Craig? What do we got?
Going into 2026, did you think this year was going to be sane, Jason, when we
I
started
cannot
off?
believe it's only the 23rd of January and it feels like it's June already. The news is like flying by so fast.
It feels like we're on the 5th year of 2026 already.
That's right.
It's true. So, our first story comes to us from Newsbreak. All right. Driving while zooming. Ohio State Senator is busted using his fake office background while video conference calling on Zoom while at the wheel. Maybe it was his seatbelt that gave it away, but the best part of this particular Zoom conference call that he got busted in was it was for them to discuss a committee meeting on increasing the laws for distracted driving. Just he can't write.
At least you remember the seatbelt.
Yeah. So Seth, you give him points for wearing seatbelt, huh?
Well, if he's going to be distracted, he's going to need
it. So, Craig, I gotta tell you, had
Yes.
I been one of those legislators, and granted, I will never be a legislator, but if we're one of those legislators, I would have said, "Hey, what's this guy's name? What's his name? Andrew."
Senator?
I would say, I said, "Hey, Andrew, who's zooming who?
Right.
What's going on?"
But even Andrew Bremer here, in his defense, he tried to say, "Look, I'm such a busy person." He goes, "I'm going from constituent to constituent and meeting to meeting. And even going from one meeting to another, I'm having a meeting in my car." He says, "I'm not distracted. It's like I'm talking on my cell phone in my car. I don't actually notice the camera." So I don't know if that's a viable excuse or not. What do you think? Do you think optics matter most? Like,
Seth, how great would it have been if during this Zoom meeting, like the green screen kind of like flickered and like a cop's head popped in and saying, "Can I get your license and registration?"
Zooming while zooming. He's not even a zoomer.
and
Crazy.
Vulcan was asked, "Do you think everyone would just ignore the seatbelt?" Well, it's even funny if you watch the outro video, you see him in the car, right? He's sort of subtly sitting there. He's waiting for the background to pop up first before he actually starts driving. It's like, yeah, you're not fooling anybody. It's just But do you buy it though? Do you buy that he's such a busy man that he has to do his Zoom calls while driving?
No, I don't. So these legislators, they are deciding what things they can fine us, tax us, jail us for, right? And those are serious things. Taking my money, taking my my right to walk down the street, setting up circumstances by which they can lawfully use force against me. These are serious and grave things, not to be taken lightly, and certainly not to be taken haphazardly while driving.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't accept this at all. Don't accept this at all. If the public business is so important that they can fine us, jail us, and all that kind of stuff, then they should stop what they're doing and focus on their job.
I agree.
No, yeah, especially at the local level, it affects our lives much more than the federal.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, my biggest two things is people always think I'm politically motivated. You'd be surprised how much I don't try to actually cheerlead for any party per se, but the thing I can't stand is liars and hypocrites. And when, like, for example, during the lockdowns and stuff, seeing all those politicians out on vacation with no masks on, or they would be in front of the camera, all of them with the masks. And as soon as they thought the feed's gone, they'd rip that mask off and they'd go like, "You absolute hypocrites. You don't even believe in it yourself, but you're imposing it on others." Yeah.
Or heaven forbid you go to your church service during that, but protests are A-okay.
Right. Right.
Seth, we had a similar story to this the first year of the show. It was a police officer that got caught shoplifting. Where do you place it? Do you place this? Do you place this above or below the cop shoplifting?
I mean, this guy you can at least vote out when this stuff comes out. So I put this below the cop shoplifting because it's hard to get rid of a bad cop. Even when they're suspended or fired, they just crop up in another police department somewhere else when the heat's off.
Good point. Good point.
Aldous,
Craig,
Aldous
Crenshaw's got. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Aldous here, and Crenshaw's got something.
I'm not sure. Did Aldous work some sort of magic for your campaign, Jason? Did he get something? Look at he's saying you're up to 110 signups.
Oh no, he means I'm on the way to 110.
Oh.
He meant 101. But Crenshaw, but Aldous is very kind to me. He shouts out the Jupiter 2 campaign on the show in the gutter. So I appreciate that, Aldous. So Aldous is helping spread the word. But Crenshaw's got a good question here. Where do you land here, Craig? What do you think?
I think he was definitely for less because he became, from my understanding, this meeting became all about him and what the hell are you doing? So basically they ambushed him. Yeah. Sorry.
If he's at least against stricter distracted driving laws, at least he's not a hypocrite in that part.
Right. Exactly. And that's my understanding. Yeah.
Craig, how crazy would it be if this legislative session was actually supposed to be an intervention? And they thought he was at his they thought he would be in his office, and they're ready to spring the intervention on him, and he was not there. He's out on the road.
It may have been a setup because this wasn't the first time, so that very well might have been the fact, is that they were waiting to ambush him. So, who's to say?
Wild.
But
all right.
If you're a politician and you're having meetings from your car and you're attending a meeting as undistracted driving, at what point do you see the ambush? You know, at what point do you see the trap? Right? Yeah.
Crazy. This one's wild. I love the I don't know. I don't know if is it irony? Is this irony or is it just hypocrisy?
Well, again, it's politicians, right? That nobody holds them accountable anymore to do their jobs, right?
Yeah.
They just cheerlead. They say a bunch of fluffy things to their base. They throw around a bunch of money to the people that elected them, and they don't have to actually do any results. And I think that's a global phenomenon, is how do we hold these people accountable to what they promised to do when their time comes up again? Like, how do we as a consensus say, hey, regardless of what side this person is, this is what they were supposed to do. They're not doing it, and you kick them out. You kick them out every time, no questions asked. I think that's the only option we have as a people. Yeah, that's just my take on it.
All right. So Vulcan's got one last point. Vulcan's got a theory. Let's take a look at Vulcan's comment, and we can move on to topic 2.
There's no need for right. I agree with Vulcan on that. I mean,
like I said, if he was against stricter laws, then he's not a hypocrite. It's just irony. But if he's for stricter distracted driving laws, then he's straight up hypocrite.
Like, my understanding is that laws only need to change when something has occurred or something has happened in the norm, or like there's some sort of societal shift that says, hey, we need to revisit this. But are you in a different world than I am, or Jason, where it seems they just come in and they haphazardly change things that don't need to be changed? They break things that work that were working perfectly fine. Like, why didn't you guys just leave it alone? You know,
there's if there's one thing I could change, it would be, I would basically, this would be my bargain. This would be my bargain with these people. You propose something, and we say we put a sunset on everything. So if they want to, whatever it is, it could be 1 year, 5 year sunset, where at the end of the 1 or 5 years, if the stated objective or the predicted outcome of what they're trying to achieve doesn't materialize, they repeal it right away, right? The problem, or what's because every human institution is inherently flawed and imperfect,
right?
But what compounds the issue is that bad policies don't have a natural mechanism to get repealed and retired, right? It takes a Herculean effort to undo a bad decision on the part of a legislative body. So if we set a time limit on everything, then it's like, hey, listen, if it works, keep doing it. If it demonstrably doesn't work, an example, California. How much have they spent on homelessness? And there's more homeless people, right? That's
a free trial, basically.
What's that?
Same here with the drugs. They tried open hard drugs. Yeah, that exacerbated the problem. You had far more overdose deaths. You can't deny that fact. You can't hide that number, right?
It's like we'll let you take your crackpot theory. You get 1 year or 3 years or 5 years to prove it works or not.
Right.
And then what does Mile say in Argentina? A fuente?
Right. That's
or
right.
Whatever it is.
Right.
Whatever that guy says.
For the garbage. That's right.
Yes.
Out with you. That's
okay.
Chainsaw to it.
That's right. All right, Craig, what is topic number 2?
Yeah. Okay, so our second topic for this evening comes to us from the Eagle.
Oh my God.
This is a recent one. Yeah, this is kind of a sad one. It's not really like funny per se, but yeah, it's just wow. Okay, so this has to deal with swatting on a whole new level. So this 83-year-old man is now convicted of killing an Uber driver who he wrongly thought was scamming him. So basically what happened was a scammer got a hold of this old man, made threats to him and his family and his safety, and basically held hostage. I know it was in the 5 figures. I don't know if it was 20 grand or 10 grand, but basically all of his money, threatened him that he would have to pay all this money or it was going to bring harm on his family. Then called an Uber to go do the pickup for the money, unbeknownst to the Uber driver that these threats were made. When the Uber driver showed up, the man was irate, thinking that she was the one who was trying to extort him, and he ended up killing her.
Seth, how whack would it be if the Uber driver was an Ohio State senator? Well, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at my own jokes again. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm laughing at my own jokes again. Seth, how insane would it be if that Uber driver had been an Ohio State senator on a Zoom call?
Well, that's where one of the problems that works itself out, but you're not gonna.
I'm sorry. I'm bleeding the bits together, Craig. I'm bleeding the bits. But Seth, what do you think? How crazy is this?
This is completely insane. I've seen some videos on how a lot of these scams against the elderly work, how they convince them to send cash. Yeah, the whole networks, it's nuts. It's terrible. And yeah, his age, he doesn't really understand how a lot of this works. So how is he supposed to know that the driver to take him to drop off wasn't the scammer?
Yeah.
Well, my understanding is so far he's still not in jail. Even the courts aren't really sure what to do with him because it wasn't really self-defense. Although, you know, he has proven that threats were made of harm against him and his family if he didn't pay. Right?
Now, he was in a desperate situation. He did do harm, but he's not likely to reoffend. And if he had hit the target he thought he was going to hit, it would be a whole different situation.
Right.
So this is a rough one.
Hey, Craig, isn't this the premise of that Tom Cruise movie Collateral?
To some degree, I guess. Except, I think Tom, he got all his the correct targets for the most part, until he came up to Jada Pinkett Smith, right?
There you go. Hey, Seth, maybe the Palestinians have been going at this all wrong. Maybe what they should do is they should hire an Uber driver to go up to the Israeli checkpoint with a car bomb.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just happened to think if a terrorist goes through Taco Bell, talk about explosive diarrhea.
There we go. Crenshaw was asking, is that picture from the incident? Yes, it is. There's a video of it as well.
Yeah. I thought it was AI at first. I thought it was an AI recreation. Then I read the caption.
No, that's legitimately moments before she lost her life that picture was taken. Yeah, poor Uber driver showed up to the wrong accident.
So wrong. It's so wrong. So Seth, is this just like is this an echo of a long gone past generation, a different America, where America of frontier justice and vigilante lawlessness? Is this man perhaps a hiccup of a past that's long gone?
All I know is I won't have to live with his conscience after he learned the truth of who he shot.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
I remember
sleeping easy.
I remember. Go ahead.
I've seen the discussions on Twitter, and people were discussing where if someone, and this is an interesting discussion actually, if someone breaks into your house with the intent of robbing from you, these things that you stole, you didn't just acquire in a week, right? Like these things you've acquired over your lifetime.
Yeah.
They're not just stealing a bunch of valuables from you. They're stealing stuff that took you 10, 15, 20 years. You could almost argue that they are stealing your years, right?
Yeah.
Because it would take you years to get that back. And that alone should be justification that if you come into my house with the intent of taking things that took me years to acquire, you've now forfeited your own life for entering.
Yeah, and I saw that argument earlier on Twitter, and I think even that's irrelevant because, you could say the same for your stuff in a storage unit or your stuff and out like the garden shed or whatnot. Me personally, I'm not going to tell anybody how they should view that, but those would be matters I would leave to the police. It's when they break into your home, that is where you and your family sleep. That's where you live. That's where you're at your most vulnerable. That's where you let your guard down.
Yep.
That makes it an entirely different creature right there.
Yep.
So breaking into a house, you should be fully aware you're risking your life as soon as you break into a residence as opposed to a storage building.
They're not leaving breathing, and that also gives you an opportunity where you're the only one who's there to tell the story of what really happened.
The other thing I'm going to point out, guys, is that people, and granted, this woman, she completely innocent. I don't know if she was
outside the house too. She didn't break into his house. You know, I mean, like he confronted the Uber car outside of his residence in the front, there to pick up a package unbeknownst to her. But
this she was set. This is a complete tragedy. But I will say, people don't. I don't believe, and I'm not an expert on crime, right? But I don't believe people just randomly out of the blue burglar a house, right?
Right.
So if we were to have a state of affairs where you can, castle doctrine and all that kind of stuff, there would be far less recidivism, right? So maybe we just need to shoot a few of these people that are and that will send a message and prevent them from robbing subsequently a couple other dozen houses. It's a small percentage of people that commit the majority of the crimes, and maybe we just need to take this frontier justice thing.
Again, I don't mean to keep bringing up the same point, but my understanding is you only really run into problems where you injure the burglar, but they're still alive afterwards, and then they can sue you for whatever harm or damages or medical grief, or they can claim PTSD from the trauma that you put them through when they broke into your house. Yeah.
Back when I used to deliver newspapers, we used to have to call it in if they were piling up so we could put a hold on it, because that was one of the signs people would look for to know that somebody's not home. Because if you're looking just to take stuff, because it took chunks of your life, but I don't place that above a human life. If you're just after stuff, you're looking for a low risk way to get. You're waiting for the homeowner to not be home. If you're bold enough to break in while people are there, you are automatically a threat.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Seth, here's an idea for a movie, Seth. You hire an Uber driver and you say, hey, I need you to go pick up this bag at the bank. And then you call the bank and you say, I have someone coming there. There's a bomb. If you don't give this person the bag of money, I'm going to detonate the bomb. The Uber driver walks in. They're cool as cucumber. They're just like, hey, what do you think, Seth? Is that a good pitch, elevator pitch for a movie?
That sounds kind of like an offshoot of Crank.
I was gonna say, I bet you if I Googled it, it probably has already happened, Jason. I wouldn't.
It could be. Okay. So Seth, here's my theory. Here's the best way to rob a bank. Okay. Hear me out. You get on a motorcycle, right? So you're already on the escape vehicle. You get on the motorcycle. You've got a plausible reason to have one of those mirrored face masks. So you're already hiding your identity. No one's suspicious. You're on the escape, the getaway vehicle. You go through the bank drive-through, and you know those things that go, you know, the little tube things.
Tubes.
You put a grenade in there or a bomb or whatever, and you hold up the detonator. So you send that through the chute. The message says put $100,000 or whatever in each of the tubes, and then your gang comes up alongside you on all the spot, all the drive-through window spots, and then the bank has to send the money back down the tubes, and then you and your guys like disperse. Is that the most genius way to rob a bank without?
No, you lost me at gang. You lost me at gang because that's how they always get caught.
It's creative, but I'm sorry. I'm remembering something that happened a few months ago. You remember that big break-in at the Louvre?
Yes.
Okay, you remember that exterior elevator that they used to get away?
Uh-huh.
The company that makes the elevator, when they found out that it was plastered all over the news, they used the photo in their advertising saying, "When you have to move fast."
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So I actually had a relative, my cousin sent me the newspaper article, and it's an old one. I had a relative that was a hostage of John Dillinger's gang.
Oh, wow.
Basically, what happened is back when John Dillinger was being held in the Lima jail, his gang came to break him out, but along the way, they needed some traveling money. So they stopped at this little village called Alger, and they knocked over the Alger Savings and Loan. And here's the force that they took hostage for the getaway, but they knew if the public could trust you more than they could trust the local law, you could get away with anything. So when they said, "Hey, if no one follows us, we'll let you go safe," they would honor that. Now it would go great if they ever had to come back to town. So when it's just nothing but fields, they could see they had no tail. They kicked them out of the car and let them walk back to town.
Wow. Wow.
And the only shot fired was the warning shot, which up until they demolished that building was still in the wall.
Wow.
Wild. But
so I saw that hole in the wall when I was a kid, and Grandma would be banking there.
But I was going to say most of the time, though, like the most perfect crimes are done by a lone individual, Jason. Having witnesses, having accomplices, having shared stories, having girlfriends. It's always the downfall of every perfect crime is somebody somewhere else along the way gets popped. And in order to bargain for their own freedom, they rat you out. And that's...
Or Benjamin Franklin. 3 may keep a secret, but 2 of them are dead.
That's right. So then I guess as the money comes down the different tubes, you just have to scurry over them, grab them, throw it in your satchel, and then zoom, you're off. See, the other great thing about the getaway car being a motorcycle is you can go places like a police sedan can't. Right, so you can weave in and out, and I don't know. I'm not gonna
motorcycles around in Afghanistan. Yes, I know the frustration. Believe me. That was the Taliban's vehicle of choice. Was the motorcycle? Yes.
All right, Craig. What is topic number 3 tonight?
Our third and final topic for this evening comes to us from The Guardian. We like to run a lot of articles from The Guardian, primarily because it's not hidden behind a paywall. And I just want to thank you, The Guardian, for giving us your articles for free. Call Me Ishmaelle by Zhao Gao. Obviously, she's a feminist. Would that shock you? Review of a gender-swapped Moby-Dick book. So Xiao... I can't pronounce her name. I'm just going to bastardize it. Decided to do a rewrite where Ishmaelle is now a woman. I made jokes, as you can see also in the thumbnail, of making the whale a female whale. However, here we go again, a gender-swapped Moby-Dick. How do you feel about that, Jason?
So, Craig, I heard she wanted to call it Moby-Dickless. but they wouldn't let her.
Right. It was, yeah,
Seth, has this postmodern feminism gone too far?
The question is, how much further could they go? They're on the edge and ready to fall off anyway.
Craig, how many women were on whaling ships back in the day?
none, because they believed that having a woman on a boat was a curse. So they.
Seth, was it a curse because inevitably, human nature being what it is, there'd be rivalry amongst the sailors for the affections of the lass, and eventually a pregnancy.
Or she ends up sleeping with more than one sailor.
The younger, more attractive woman, definitely. But if it's like your mother-in-law, you're stuck on a tub with nowhere to escape.
You're saying she would henpeck the captain.
So either you're fighting each other over the younger girl, or if it's like your mother-in-law, everybody's committing suicide or jumping overboard.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But these are the reasons for sure, no doubt. Yes.
Oh, it's a curse.
So Craig, did she just write this on a lark, or was she commissioned to write this?
I don't know the specifics of what was her motivation to rewrite Moby-Dick. I read a bit of the review. It was, for the most part, bland, disappointing. But I'm sure feminists love it, right? Because down with the patriarchy. So.
Now, I'm not going to get too down on these rewrites, because I have seen that it can work the other way. Mm-hmm. Like this one guy got completely bored with his wife's book club. They were always going over the Jane Austen books, and that's how we got Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
There you go. Yeah.
Seth, have you ever read Moby-Dick?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
I've also watched a couple different movie adaptations as well.
How old were you when you read it?
I read it, let's see, that would have been my sophomore year of high school.
Wow.
And I just wanted to let a couple comments go. Always Fresh joining us. Hello, happy Friday, everyone. And I apologize for yelling. That's okay. Again, Always Fresh. Glad to see you here. And then SFK is still boring, but with women. That's his take on Moby-Dick here.
So is Captain Bligh? Captain Ahab. Yeah. So is Ahab a lady in this thing too?
No, just Ishmaelle, but Always Fresh waited. Hold on, this one's kind of funny here.
Would Ahab's leg be a peg leg or a peggy leg?
I figured she just couldn't get enough of the Moby-Dick and decided to write it so she could get multiple endings. There we go.
Wild.
Yeah. No other gender swaps other than Ishmaelle, as far as I know. Because I wanted to gender swap the whale, as you saw in the thumbnail. I thought it'd be funny to have a Will Ferrell movie, Moby Diago.
The only version of Moby-Dick, including the original, that's worth anything is the Patrick Stewart performance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's a couple versions out. I think the latest was 2011.
Yeah, there was a William Hurt and Charlie with the guy, the Daredevil guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It's pretty good. And I think what's his name? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm blanking on his name. Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke was in that as well.
Yes.
Oh, Blackhead Cinephile's got a zinger.
Yes. Call me fish. There you go. Missed opportunity.
It reminds me of that Frank Zappa lyric. There's 3 things that smell like fish, and the other 2 are on you.
It's terrible.
My gosh. Okay. So Seth, we do not recommend that people read this book. But we did do a Friday night's investigative report for book suggestions that we think people should cozy up and read during this cold this cold winter season. So Craig is going to bring that up. We'll take a look at some of these books. And Seth, if you've read any of these, feel free to chime in. Let us know what you think. But we'll also get your reactions. This is Cozy Winter Reads from the Friday nights.
Your Friday night's exclusive.
All right. All right. So what to do with that extra cat hair, right? Don't just vacuum it up. Craft
Well,
it.
it's not like any cat owner is in short supply of that.
Mad Ruth, is this a way to save money?
A usefulness for cat hair?
Does this work with beard trimmings in the drain?
That's right. I don't know.
Instead of my wife getting mad that the hair is all over the drain, I'll just totally make something out.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, Seth.
Yes.
Seth, man's best friend. Man's best friend. Hunter, Joe Biden's dog wrote an autobiography. What do you think?
Oh, I'm sorry, that book looks like a bunch of dog shit.
I got a question for you there, Jason. So they had to kick Major out of the White House because he kept biting people. Do you think they had to also do any settlements for those people who were bit by Major? Do you think they
no, just the people who were bit by Hunter.
Okay, right.
Seth, what's the latest on Hunter Biden? Has he popped up recently?
I haven't seen anything. For all I know, he's just off with the regular drug addicts instead of being a high class drug addict.
No longer an internationally famous drug user. He's just local now. All right, Craig, did Hunter Biden show up at Davos?
No, I didn't see him there in the Davos crowd. I would be concerned with Hunter if he shows up as a board of directors in a country. Then I expect some sort of a proxy war to follow.
All right, let's check out the next book recommendation.
Yes.
Morse code for hippies. Now it's kind of niche. Wow. It's kind of niche. Seth, what do you think?
Definitely niche.
My question is, what's different about hippie Morse code than regular Morse code, Jason?
There's different slang terms, and some words have different meanings, and it bends over backwards to stick it to the man.
And for some reason, they keep tapping out the word groovy quite a bit.
Craig, when did you wake up and realize that you were the man? When did that happen for you?
Probably my first protester when I was in uniform meant something, basically screaming at me. Oh yes, I guess I represent the institution now, don't I?
Seth, when did you realize you can't trust anybody under 30?
When I end up older than 30.
All right, Craig, let's see what the next book is.
Yes.
Now this one, I don't know much about this one.
It's a must-have collector's item for sure.
Craig, you've read this one, right?
Of course, yes. I've even cited the words. Yes.
All right. Let's check out the next one.
This one seems like it would be bound by a person that was a topic from the last show.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. This is a kid's book. Now, this is turn of the century, the last century, children's book.
Is this real? Is this a real or AI book?
No, it's a real book. It's a real book. Visible Dick.
Oh, Aldous is letting us know Klaatu Bravada Nicto.
Don't say that out loud.
Yes.
All right, let's check out the next one.
An invisible cop, by the way, is what that is, right?
All right, Seth. Everybody knows that woke is dead. I think it's time to bring back dirty jokes at work. Screw HR. What can they do to you? What do you think, Seth?
Okay, I've got a story on this one.
Yeah.
I was doing a temp job, all right? And I was just kind of thrown into whatever jobs. Hey, we're short person on this one. Here's how you do this job. Hey, we got a defect here. Can you buff these out? You get the idea. And whenever I wasn't doing any of those, they'd have me printing out warranty registration cards. It'd be just me and my direct supervisor in that office. I knew his sense of humor. There's no one in earshot to get offended. So I told him the following joke. 3 guys, they end up before St. Peter. St. Peter goes, okay, things are getting full up here. So I'm just going to let one of you in. It's going to be whoever has the most embarrassing death. So tell me how you all died. First one goes, okay, I'm a window washer by trade. And one day my rig broke. I managed to grab onto the ledge of a window and some guys started screaming at me, pounding on my hands until I let go. I fell to the ground. Miraculously, that didn't kill me. And the refrigerator lands on me. And that's how I died. St. Peter's like, okay, we're starting off strong here. Okay, next one. How'd you die? Guy goes, well, I've been suspecting my wife of cheating on me sometime. So now I get home, the door's locked, I'm hearing a lot of weird noises, so I'm bursting into the apartment. There's my wife, bare naked on the couch, trying to tell me she was taking a nap. You're right, that woman will not sleep without the entire night yet. So I'm looking for the guy. He's got to be somewhere. And there's this guy hanging by his fingers from the window. Got to be him, right? So I'm pounding on his fingers. I'm screaming at him. He falls. He doesn't die. So I fit right to shut the refrigerator out the window, and the cord caught my ankle and took me with it. St. Peter goes, wow, this is going to be, I see a connection. This is going to be hard to decide, but you, sir, how did you die? The guy goes, picture this. Me, naked, in a refrigerator. I'm telling this joke, and his supervisor comes in just in time to hear me telling another man, picture this, me, naked, in a refrigerator. He just turns around and goes, no! You see how?
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. So
Oh,
the way it used to work back in the day with all the stuff before everyone was offended by everything was there was a big part where it had to be directed at. Used to be a big one where you couldn't be offended on behalf of someone else. Yes, we need to bring that back.
yeah. All right, let's check out the next one, Craig.
Yes.
All right. Now this is one of those Mark Twains that kind of flew under the radar. A Southern yokel in the court of Morgan Le Fay. Seth, what do you think?
And a Southern yokel, we're going to have the American Wizards here going up against Morgan Le Fay here, yeah. I'll cast see how Morgan takes that.
Craig, does this happen before or after Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court?
This one's over my head, Jason. I got to be honest.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't got a picture on the cover.
The thing about American Wizards, their wands come in multiple calibers.
There you go.
I know it's Mark Twain. That's about
right.
the gist of it. So,
all right, let's check the next one. All right, this is the Attorney General of Minnesota. He's got a book recommendation for everybody.
Is this real too?
It is real. This is real. Yeah. Hope I didn't trigger anybody.
An elected official.
Yeah. All right, let's do the next one.
That is unreal.
Yeah, he's a treat. Now, Seth, I think many people do not know that there was actually a 4th book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the inaccurately named Lord of the Rings trilogy. This is book 4. Seth, are you down?
Yeah, they have their own character. We all know Sam is the one to wield the hammer.
That's right.
He's the one.
Yep. Good call out. Good call out. That is right. Craig, do you agree with me and Seth here that the true Lord of the Rings was Sam because he had the ability to wield the One Ring, but then freely relinquish it back to Frodo?
Yes, I would say. Well, that's tricky.
See, because he was not corrupted by the ring.
Yeah.
Sam is the Lord of the Rings because he had power. He was so good that the ring couldn't corrupt him.
Right.
Well, not only do you have the normal resistance from the hobbits, but think about it. It played on your desires. It whispered your desires to you. What did Sam desire? A good garden, the courage to finally talk to that barmaid that he had a crush on, and the well-being of his friend. And how you want to tempt somebody with that?
Good point. Good point.
They should just give him the ring to Sam in the first place.
All right, let's check the next one.
Yes.
All right. So this one, I highly recommend this one if you can find it.
Mm-hmm. Right. I've got a copy of this somewhere. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this reminds me of glass coffins being all the rage. Remains to be seen.
All right. Very good. So we're at the top of the hour. We're right on track. So,
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's kind of unique about what we're doing tonight is that Seth does not have an active campaign. He's in sign-up mode. Now, I've been friends with Seth online for a couple of years now, and he's been teasing images for this next project, and I've just been like, when is this getting released? So very excited to see what he's got here, and for him to share some artwork, tell us a little bit behind it, what's going on behind the scenes on this one. So Craig, do you want to bring up first, Seth, should we bring up your Substack first? Should we bring up your Substack first?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. So in order to do this, I've got to kick what he loaded up out of the studio.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So we have the link to the Substack in the chat. That's how you sign up to be notified when the campaign launches. You can go opt for the free Substack version. Don't feel any pressure to do the paid. And then we're gonna look at some of the artwork that Seth's got, and we're gonna have to talk about it.
Okay.
I've got 8 pages here of preview.
Nice.
Sweet.
So the first thing I'm going to ask you, because some people are going to be confused here, Seth, is this the Punisher or is this the Black Terror?
Okay. Well, the Black Terror is in it. But he's a side character. It focuses on his sidekick, Kid Terror.
Okay.
Because this is going to be a kid superhero team, and as an all ages book. Now, I did take a few liberties with the backstory a bit. I took the whole Le Terror Noir from the original Nador Standard Pines comics. They kept changing names. And decided, okay, well, that's going to be one of their ancestors. I also decided it was really weird that Kid Terror started out as just some random kid hanging around Bob Fantasy. So Kid Terror is now his nephew, which explains why he was hanging out at the pharmacy all the time and why they travel and do all these things. But we're looking here at some of the adventures of Le Terror Noir, the ancestor. Then we're going to end up in World War II, the fresh origin story, so everybody can kind of, those who have never heard of these characters that can get up to speed, those who have know what changes have been made to the war. And then he's actually going to get pulled into the present day. And where he's going to end up teaming up with other kids with superpowers and forming a team.
Question: the people he teams up with, are they going to be your characters or other public domain characters?
I'm using a mix.
Okay.
One of the things I wanted to do, I've got 3 kids of my own. 2 of them are teenagers now, but when this idea first started, I was just noticing there weren't a whole lot of books for the older kids that weren't quite teens yet. And the ones that were there were lacking. My kids used to love going with me to the comic shop, and they still do, but they just get the Pokemon cards. And they're just now, as the older 2 are becoming teenagers, finding stuff they want to read. That is a huge gift. So I started thinking about the things that appealed to me back when I was that age. I looked at the things as far as TV shows that were catching my kids' attention. It was mostly older cartoons. Batman, the animated series, Justice League Unlimited. And I also noticed there wasn't a whole lot in the way of superhero children Like you always had Stars and Stripes back in the Golden Age, or Stripe C, sorry. You had the Robin. You ended up with the whole Teen Titans were originally a bunch of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
X-Men School for Mutants, you know.
Yeah. You don't really have a whole lot of that, and what there is tries to punch at an older age group. So I'm like, okay. The only thing that has really worked recently has been Super Sons. I don't need to have knockoff Robin, I can't believe it's not Superboy, to make that whole vibe work. So instead of just having two best friends, I'm focusing on a core trinity for the group, 3 main characters, but I'll be introducing all their other friends who end up joining the group.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see the core 3 more than you see everybody else. And the leader is going to be Kid Terror because he's the only one with any experience because he was that sidekick back in World War II.
Nice.
Interesting. So I got questions. Do you got some questions you want to fire off first, Jason?
First question is, Seth, help me out. Are you the artist as well?
No.
Okay.
I'm the editor. I had the idea. I came up with the series Bible, but then I ended up hiring Dave Brink to do the script. Perfect 10. You've heard of his work.
Yep.
And then he had posted some fan art that Joel Souza had done of Perfect 10. And when I was looking for an artist, that's one of the people I contacted. He's got quite a resume of his own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he turned out to be in my price range. He does the colors as well.
Nice.
So he's not only drawing, he's doing the colors. And that leaves me basically doing all the odd jobs behind the scenes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, kudos to you for hooking up with them. So, I mean, this is just beautiful. Craig and I, we like different art styles. We've got a soft spot for what I call like the Bruce Timm. I love people in, now this isn't exactly like Bruce Timm, but the energy is there, the poise is there, the slickness is there, and it captures a certain energy. Just fantastic. And I think for what you're trying to do with kind of like that all ages story here, you put together a great team. So kudos to you.
And if you go looking through the Substack, you'll see I have a cover by Josh Howard.
Oh, we love Josh Howard too.
From Dead at 17, T-Bird and Throttle. Yeah. Doing this and finding that my skills in writing and drawing weren't where I needed them to be. I wanted to control. Everybody's been burned by a first timer who couldn't follow through. And I can't help that I'm a first timer. I have to do everything that's in my power. One of the things in my power to do is to make myself the only first timer on the team and go with proven talent to fill out the rest of the role so it all falls on me.
No, it's great.
No, I had the same philosophy as well when I was working with my creative team. I definitely felt like I was the weakest link as the writer. And even as I'm writing Soul Tack, if I do make all 9 issues, I keep saying I'm going to go back and re-letter and redo the story, because I'm sure by the time I'm done issue 9, if I go back and look at issue 1, there's all kinds of changes I'm going to want to make, just evolving over 10 years of writing. Right?
Yep.
And what's nice with this team, if you've ever heard that saying, if you're the smartest man in the room, you're in the wrong room. Well, if my team's in the room, I'm in the right room.
Right. Nice. What was the page count you're going for, as well as
it's 32 pages. Script is 100% complete. I only have the 8 pages because that's all I could afford. I do have a commitment for the book to be finished if and when it funds.
Nice. And I was going to ask, what stretch goal are you going for with the campaign funding goal? Like how much money were you hoping to raise, and when were you planning on launching?
I have that actually written down, but I don't have that with me at the moment. I'm still double checking the math. Okay. I tried doing a lettering test on my own. It looks like I'm going to have to hire a letterer as well.
Yep.
I want to make sure I've got every T crossed, every I dotted. I was originally aiming for end of February. It looks like it's going to go into March before I launch. That's because I don't take the time to get right before launch. Reduce all the problems so you have fewer after.
Nice, nice. So if you're just tuning in, Seth, he has got a Substack where you can sign up to be notified when this book launches, and it centers around the sidekick of the Black Terror, who is a Golden Age public domain character. And let's look at some more of the artwork here, because the artwork is fantastic, and the pitch of a sidekick from the 40s traveling in time and then meeting other heroes and kind of getting a fresh start and having some adventures. It's a great pitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So let's look at
Crenshaw
some more art.
made it and said that's some fine looking cartoon, and so
We've gone through the 8 pages I had for the preview.
Yeah.
Okay, we can look at them again. Go back.
I'll go back to
It's a feast for the eyes. It's a feast for the eyes.
Oh yeah, that's
Very nice.
Sousa's work is absolutely gorgeous. I love it when you can have an artist color their own work. Something you don't see very often.
Yeah.
And he's definitely got the skill for that. This character right here is actually one Dave added to the cast.
Okay.
Cody, that's Cody, and there's actually 2 Codys. We've got the one here in the past on the Terra Noir's ship, the Black Terror, which is where they got their name, their inspiration for the costumes in World War II. And he was there basically to catch the rats that could get into the food stores. But in the present day, they're going to have another similar cat with, instead of this pirate's kerchief, he'll have a cape and he'll be the little mascot of the team.
that's kind of cool.
This guy right here, I'm not going to give away too much, but he's going to have a connection to one of the other team members that we'll see in a later issue.
Nice.
For your writing, do you just write script, or are you involved with the layouts? Like, who decides the panel layouts?
How this worked was, first I did a series background, write out who the characters are, their backstories, key items, places, things like that, and then what platforms I wanted hit in each issue. And then when I hired Dave to do the script writing, I did the editing work. We went back and forth. There were some. Dave did not require a whole lot of notes, but we did have some back and forth. I wasn't quite sure that the opening page was going to work until I saw Joel's drawing of it. So we did have some discussions about that. But, there's a lot of back and forth. A good editor doesn't change things for you, but will definitely point out, okay, things are slow here, or this is too crowded, and you can work through the panel layouts together.
Yeah, the only reason I was asking, because the panel layouts are fantastic. They're really dynamic. They're beautiful shots and fantastic angles. And I really was just asking, like,
the lion's share of the credit for that definitely goes to Joel Sousa, because there's a lot of the stuff is described in the script, like, okay, we want a close up here, we want an overhead view, but all of that doesn't really come together until you have the line work.
Right.
Let's see.
Hold on. Sorry, a little off topic, but
I see Crenshaw. Yeah.
Not to derail the pitch, but Moby-Dick.
Who knows? They might spot Moby-Dick off the side of the pirate ship there.
Could be.
That's awesome.
But some of the traits I gave here in this the Terra Noir backstory here, I actually based on historical pirates. We see him raiding a slave ship, freeing the cargo, That's something Edward Teach, aka Blackbeard, used to do, and that's how he built a lot of his crew. And the ones that didn't want to sign up with him, he would give the captured ship to, and they could sail wherever they wanted.
Interesting. That's great.
I
That's
love
a
the
great
sunset
page.
on this one.
Yeah, that's a great page. Yeah, it's a testament to your artist there. I love a well composed page. That's just beautiful.
Yes, I'm trying to remember some of the titles off of it, but I did look at Joel's body of work, and what's interesting, I forget which publisher is doing it, but Nador used to have Exciting Comics, which is where the Black Terror premiered. Well, there's a company that decided to revive that title, and he worked on that.
Wow.
So, I am going to be putting little things in here or there in some of the future issues that will be a nod, if you know kind of stuff. Like there's going to be one of the key places will be the fictional street of Ishmaelle. If you do either you know what significance that has to Black Terror?
So how many issues do you foresee?
I'm hoping it'll be an ongoing.
Okay.
I don't have an end in sight. The first 3 books, introducing those first 3 characters and bringing them together.
Nice.
And then from there, it's just how many different characters can I bring into the team? How many different ideas can we come up with? The Highsmith reference, a good chunk of the Black Terror adventures were written by Patricia Highsmith. So little nods like that are going to be in there as well. Yeah, I just wanted something that was going to be fun, not preachy.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting back to the roots of what drew us to superhero comics when we were kids, so that the current generation has that.
Yeah.
And for the adults, a nice nostalgic trip that you don't necessarily remember because it's a new story, but it feels like something you could have watched back in the day or read back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, it's wild. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I'm gonna try to pull up your Substack and see if I can. This is gonna be an experiment for me because I've never had to.
Oh, and while you're there, you can show off the cover.
Yeah. Did that? Hold on. I gotta. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, that came up. Okay. Nice. And then. So yeah, right now I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to sign in for the free one, like you said, in order to subscribe. So if you're looking at this now and you haven't subscribed to Substack, when you hit this, it's gonna tell you need to pay money. You don't. You just need to sign up for Substack for free, and then you can subscribe. Is that right, Seth?
Yes. In fact, the only reason the page exists is I have a family member that wanted to support me. They pledged. You can't collect pledges unless paid is turned on.
Yes. So
the free will have all the updates. It'll have all the sneak peeks.
So I'm not even sure.
The only thing I'll ever do on the paid is maybe a few videos on the journey of crowdfunding.
So
I've only got 2 up there. I haven't been really good about doing those videos, but I've been very good about doing the free newsletter. I usually get that up on Saturday. If I don't, it's usually up on Sunday.
So I'm not even sure if I can navigate this right now. Like,
that's fine.
Is there anywhere I can go to? Yeah, I don't think you'd have to tell me. You'd have to, if I can get to your cover from here or not. I don't know if I can.
Okay, go to posts instead of activity, because activity is going to have some of the stuff I recap. Okay. It's going to be, hold on, down at the bottom.
There, okay.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, okay. Activity is going to have some of the stuff I restacked from other people. There we go. Saturday morning update 1/3/2026.
Nice.
Just click on that. There we go. Scroll.
There we go. That's
I am playing with the title placement. So the title placement may change because it's being covered by the fist.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just a blank area that I asked Josh to leave me. So it'd be like the old Golden Age comics, where you have that solid color in the title up there.
Yes. Yeah, I would shrink that down a bit so the fist wasn't covering the title logo, because you're also gonna have to think about the bleed as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would pull that in a little bit. That's
So
my thought.
for now, this gives a great idea of what's going to look like, and of course,
Yeah.
the final version of that cover is going to be on the campaign page when it launches.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
all of Josh's work is done. It's just the trade dress that needs tinkered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Josh. He's been on a couple times.
I love how that ties into so many artists. Like, it really is such a small indie community we're in, because I'm starting more and more. I hear names. Oh, I know that person. I know that person. Oh, that person's been on our show. So you've only been doing this for 3 years.
So Seth, I recall back in the 80s, I first saw the Black Terror like in the Overstreet guides. The Overstreet guides, they'd have 3 covers on one page and 3 covers on the other page, and that's how that was my introduction to a lot of the Golden Age. And I remember being struck by the character design, the costume design, very powerful. When did you first encounter the Black Terror out in the wild?
First I saw that was Alex Ross's covers for the Dynamite issues for where they took not only the Black Terror, but a bunch of other public domain characters. And it definitely struck me as odd and interesting, because aside from the Punisher, who's always been considered more anti-hero than hero, you don't see a skull and crossbones on a hero's chest. So I was somewhat interested. I ended up, at one point, with a copy of Warren Ellis's Black Cross, which ties into that Project Superpowers. Loved what I saw of the character. And that's the first time I actually read him. Didn't just see the character up there. And of course, as I'm getting more and more interested in the history of comics, that pulls you into a lot of public domain material. And if you're in any group that's into public domain material, you'll hear Black Terror again and again and again. He's the MVP of public domain characters.
Definitely.
So I was just scrolling through your posts. So I noticed you do an update every Saturday, and you started basically summer of last year, and then every Saturday you give an update.
I would like to talk about the progress I'm making, and how much of the script I had at the time, or hey, I've got line work. Just trying to build up interest. So as you can see by the Monday update, sometimes I will miss Saturday, but I will still get that update. Mm-hmm. So there's an update a week.
So please, people, if you're intrigued by the story idea and entranced by the art, head on over to Substack, sign up so that you can be notified when the campaign launches. And it sounds like it could be March, maybe April, whatever. But I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I got finalized. Not only will I let you guys know, but it will go up on the Substack.
Okay.
Very good, very good. Well, Seth, again, reach out when you're going to launch. Reach out to Craig so we can get you back on again when the campaign is live. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for putting the time and coordinating this and driving this project. It's an intriguing project, and shows a lot of promise. And I think you're doing something special here. So keep at it.
Thank you. And thank you for having me on.
Yes.
Okay, Craig, we're almost to the bottom of the hour, and I know you've got crazy outros, and I can't imagine. I have to believe that the Ohio State Senator is going to be in the outro, and I cannot wait to see what it looked like while he was pretending to be in his office when he was out delivering Uber and all that kind of stuff.
I wonder if he drives the rest of the Senate crazy.
So I'm going to say we're at our high right now of 50 people watching us live. So I just want to say to the 50 people watching us live, thank you so much for tuning into the Friday nights. Every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, we come to you with 3 topics and a guest creator. Everyone in the chat, everyone who shows up every single week, this is why we do this, is creators supporting creators. Get new books in front of you, sit there on Friday. If you just want to hang out, share some laughs, drop some funny jokes in the chat, we appreciate it. As well, Seth, thank you for joining us. Seth, you'll see the outros. It's entirely up to you if you want to stick around in the back room with me and Jason after. If you want to dip out during the outros too, it's okay. I'm not offended either way. It's totally up to you. If you see that it looks like you've disappeared, I promise you, once the stream ends, I do bring back myself, Jason, and the guest. So that's up to you. Is there anything you want to say in closing? Last few minutes, Seth, any appearances that you're going to be on or anything you want to share with the audience before we wrap it up?
I don't have anything else scheduled right now. I do know that I was talking to Dave saying I need to get on his shows at some point.
Yes. Definitely, it's the way to do is to make the rounds and get on the shows, and you'll definitely notice it when you're campaigning too. You'll go on all these streams, and it's a slow march. You'll get like 2 backers here, 1 backer here, 2 backers here. But the more shows you go, the more. It's really up to you how many backers you get.
One note: I'm going to go with. I'm going to be doing this only on Fund My Comic because I don't have to try to keep track of a bunch of different campaigns, especially for my first one. Mm-hmm. And I love what Luke Stone's doing over there.
Yes,
it's going to be a keep it all, and the reason for that is if I don't hit the funds, I know I can't pay for it out of pocket, so I'd rather lose out the backers who would rather it come out now and just come on get them on a future campaign like a catch-up tier than to do I'm doing an all or nothing, not keep it all. My apologies.
Yeah.
Then to do a keep it all and not have enough and then have to start refunding people.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I raise what I need at least before anybody's charged.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the way to, it also depends too, like I say with people, there's all kinds of variables, like people who you must do it this way. Well, there's all kinds of things. For me as a creator, I was going to make my first book regardless. I didn't even care if I raised $1. That was why I put a $500 goal. It didn't matter how much I raised. I was going to make it and print it just to say I did it. Right. So it absolutely, it's based on your comfort level and legitimately how much money you need to continue. I do notice the mistake that some people do is they will inflate that money. Whereas they'll demand say 8,000, but in reality is they could have done it for 7. If you could have done it for 7, you should have just set your goal for 7, right? Because then people I've seen people
get definitely going to be double checking my math.
Yeah, I've seen guys get within $500 of their goal, and then they have to refund everyone. And it's shit, they would have made it anyways. And it's well, you shouldn't have set the goal so high. But if you have any questions, also feel free to DM me. I'll be happy to answer your questions. So.
Under promise, over deliver.
Yes. I know some more comments in the
yeah.
chat.
Let's check it out.
Were you sharing your link again as well?
Yeah, So everybody, thank you for helping Jupiter Issue 2 get to 101 signups. There's the link there. If you haven't signed up yet, or if you're just tuning in, please head on over there, sign up. That way you're notified when the campaign launches. And it helps even if you intend to back regardless, it helps the creator when other people who maybe don't know who I am, don't know who other creators are, when they just see a project and they're maybe on the fence, they see a substantial number of signups, they're more likely to sign up themselves. It just helps kind of move the needle. So do those creators that you enjoy and do them a solid, sign up. Because that's social proof. It's the theory that if you see a long line of people out the door of a restaurant, it's an indicator that the food must be good. So
yes,
go check it out.
And then there's 3 closing comments I want to touch on as well. Crenshaw was saying fun show, and he didn't have to spend any money. Yes, we've all been saving money in January, but Seth's coming back in a couple months, and we'll be back in his book then. SF Gaming said thanks for the show as well. Same thing again. Always looking forward to hear from you, SF Gaming. And last one for the night is Vulcan saying, thanks for coming on, Seth. And he's looking forward to the launch of your book. So. All right. That's a wrap for episode 130 there, Jason. So I'll throw on
what?
130 episodes with this show.
What? 130?
Nice.
Craig, are we on year 3, Craig?
Yes.
It's like we just started.
I know.
It's crazy.
Every Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Well, we'll be back again next week. Our guest is Per Berg.
Nice.
Is coming, bringing Grand Prix, the collected volume. So yes, he's going to get my money next week. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Thanks again, Seth. Thanks again, everyone. Have an awesome weekend.
Did you know that Moby-Dick can be recited at a frequency so high that it becomes a sonic drill capable of carving through solid rock?
Call me Ishmaelle. Some years ago,
Stop.
Finally, books for today's busy idiot. Network programming for dummies. Christianity for dummies. Moby-Dick. Call me Ishmaelle, dummy.
Did you see that?
That was a Seth.
That's a male. You see that?
That was a Seth.
That's a male. That's a male.
This is most definitely a case of do as I say, not as I do. An Ohio senator is catching flack for his attempt to conceal the fact that he was driving during a Zoom call. What were they discussing, you ask? Oh, just a bill to crack down on distracted driving. Senator Andrew Brenner can clearly be seen changing his background, then driving down the road during the meeting. Brenner defended himself, saying he wasn't distracted and he was buckled up. But you guys, we shouldn't have to say it. Please, don't Zoom and drive.
Roger Road. Thank you.
Come with me for fun in my buggy. Come along, let's go for the hell of it. See the faces round the road looking. Wonder if they'd like to come for a ride. It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life, nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life, fresh goes better. Mentos fresh, fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Hey bro, what kind of bird is that? Huh? What kind of bird is that? First. I'm not really sure. I think it's a legendary character.
Hinterland Who's Who. The Canadian Karen. In the frozen reaches of the Great White North, we observe a particularly vocal species, Carinus canadiensis, the Canadian Karen. Normally camouflaged in Lululemon leggings and oversized Starbucks cups, this creature springs into action when its rigid sense of order is disturbed. Upon detecting injustice, the Canadian Karen inflates its signature bob haircut, squares its shoulders beneath the Roots hoodie, and releases its iconic distress call, a rapid-fire, "Fuck off." Fuck off. This powerful vocalization serves a dual purpose, to intimidate the immediate offender and to summon nearby members of the flock, who will gather in a circle of solidarity, phones raised like tiny torches, ready to record the injustice for the greater good of Facebook groups everywhere. Remarkably adapted to long winters and emitting endless guilt trips, Carinus canadiensis shows no sign of decline. Approach with extreme caution. and never under any circumstances suggest she try to calm down. For a more complete story of the Canadian Karen, why not contact the Canadian Wildlife Service in Ottawa?
You've got an enemy on your tail. Coming for you. Watch out, Fox. Do a barrel roll. Minnesota stood tall when the truth came to light. Those scammers in their mansions couldn't hide from the spotlight. Billions will be clawed back and the party's over now. And the whole gang's a-packing, even Tim Walls and his cow.
Party till I die, with my chin up high. Fuck 'em up, fuck 'em back.
Este es una buenísima. ¡Rola! 1, 2, 3.